Alright guys, we are 2 weeks away from the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I cannot believe we are almost here. It'll be very interesting to see how this pans out. I'm going on record saying the game is still going to do fine. I don't think it's going to be like the best-selling Assassin's Creed title ever. I imagine it'll probably make its money back, but it will not save Ubisoft. That is my early prediction. If I'm wrong, so be it. I don't think I will be though, but we'll see how this all shapes out. However, there's been some new drama, some new interesting developments in the last few days. Of course, a lot of people saw this tweet from Grumms where he got ratioed by the official Assassin's Creed account. A little embarrassing for Grumms. Honestly, the thing is, he puts himself out there quite often, and sometimes it bites him in the ass. It's the unfortunate side of the way the internet works. If you're going to say something, be prepared to be called out on it, and that's just what happened here. He said March 20th is when Assassin's Creed Shadows ships. They are so confident they locked replies to this, talking about this Assassin's Creed account, putting out advertising, talking about the game. He says, remember to identify as non-binary. I know a lot of you guys use that term. I find it to be cringe. We can just agree to disagree. That's fine. I just don't like the term. It's whatever. We get Ubisoft to change. The other top publishers will notice. Assassin's Creed official account responded and said, thank you for considering us a top publisher. While our media ads typically don't allow comments, our regular posts do, and completely ratioed the hell out of Grumms. Another person, DMG Gaming Podcast, responded and said Ubisoft after finally getting a win with a funny meme of Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean, to which they responded with a gif and ratioed him as well. So clearly somebody at Ubisoft is definitely ramping up their social media presence because they realize they need to be as active as possible to try to get as much goodwill towards this game as they can, due to the fact that there's been a lot of drama and controversies over the past, year and a half. Savvy Artist says, do you know why people are poking fun at this, talking about this map that we'll discuss in extensive detail in just a minute? Because on top of everything else, it's just another thing Ubisoft is getting wrong. The staff are so lazy and incompetent, they can't be bothered with geographical locational accuracy. And now the point of what her post is about is that for the release window, for the preload window, they actually listed Russia's Moscow as Poland's Warsaw. They have now since gone on and corrected it. But here's the funny thing. Ubisoft is a company that has employees all over the world. They're not just in one country, they are all over the place, studios everywhere. And whoever was in charge of the global release time map somehow mixed up Warsaw with Moscow. And in the current climate, with everything going on between Ukraine and Russia right now and tensions being high, this is one of those things that you gotta get freaking right, man. You have one job, get it right. So she says, but again, their website claims to be educators and care so much about culture and diversity, which we know they do not. It is an empty virtue signal, nothing more. We've got stolen art, disrespected art, stolen logos, historical vandalism, a AAA company using one-piece $20 cosplay swords as replicas, a game with an agenda, and more. And now the company also has a rogue unhinged X poster because responding directly to Grumms on the company account is stupidly unprofessional and not needed. It's goofy and all I can do is laugh. Now again, I agree with her there. Maybe they didn't need to bother responding to Grumms, but again, it's the internet, guys. Maybe they figure it's, good publicity or whatever, some sort of positivity for the game. I don't know. That being said, we still have this Yasuke simulator coming out on the same day as Assassin's Creed Shadows. This will be very funny to see. I know it's not going to impact the sales of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Don't take that for what I'm saying. I want to know how many people are going to play this the same day as Shadows, and there's going to be a massive drop-off. Let's be fair. This game is going to be hot garbage, but people are going to play it for the laughs. So it will be funny to see how many total players play this game on launch day. But now we have Assassin's Creed Shadows creative director saying that Ubisoft devs are trying to listen to Japanese fans and assures them that they're open to good and warranted criticism. You'll see in just a moment that he is full of it. So this is from Bounding Into Comics, and it says, in the face of the massive backlash leveled towards Ubisoft's upcoming release by Japanese fans, Assassin's Creed Shadows creative director Jonathan Dumont says that after the initial stumbles, the game's dev team is actively trying to listen to their feedback and criticism. Dumont offered this latest assurance regarding the feudal Japan set game's historical and cultural authenticity while speaking with Japanese video game news-centric content creator Genki Gamer during a recent Assassin's Creed Shadows showcase event held in Kyoto, Japan on March 2nd. Per a recap of the discussion provided by Genki Gamer, their time together began with an inquiry from the content creator regarding why they felt now was the right time to finally release an Assassin's Creed game based in Japan. He said it was a team decision, that the team really wanted to do Assassin's Creed based in Japan, and they really felt that now was the right time to do it, and they felt like the movement in the natural world where they can have the right technical abilities, as well as a good story to put together the right ingredients to make this game now. Unfortunately, they probably should have decided to make it about a Japanese person and not the first unofficial black samurai in Japan's history. So the creative director told his interviewer that the team is focused on the game, they are trying to listen to the Japanese fans, and if there is good and warranted criticism, they will try to take it in, but on the whole, they're mainly focused on delivering an outstanding game. Also added it was an honor to be visiting Japan at this time. Now, I find it funny that they're saying if there is good and constructive criticism. This sounds like, once again, the same sort of toxic positivity we've heard them talk about, going back to Concord and other games that have suffered at the hands of, unfortunately, not enough experts and not enough people who know what they're doing, guiding the ship and just letting people go, patting each other on the back and saying, oh, you're doing fine, this is great, this is awesome, what could possibly go wrong, right? This is why we've seen Japanese officials saying that they want to take appropriate action after a viral Assassin's Creed Shadows video showed the destruction of, of course, the Shinto shrine, which again I think is a very easy thing to fix. You make the Shinto shrine toggled to where you can't destroy it, easy peasy, no problem there, but unfortunately these people are idiots, and they don't consider the cultural and religious importance of these sites in Japan. And don't even hit me with that whole Vikings destroyed churches in Valhalla. That's what Vikings actually did, okay? Samurai didn't run around Japan destroying Shinto shrines. Didn't happen. Wasn't a thing. But now we get into the meat and bones of this, because now we're seeing more criticisms from, again, Japanese people. But are they going to listen to these people? I don't think so. So translated here on Twitter, it says, the statue of Akita Prefecture's guardian deity, Kashima-sama, is treated as just a big scarecrow and ornament in a work set in the Kansai region. It's like they're not even doing any research anymore. What he's talking about is this actual deity statue here, made out of straw, and it has a couple swords, in the Akita Prefecture. And what you see down here below, translated from German, and luckily I speak a little German, so this makes sense to me, this is an object you can place, I believe, probably inside of a dojo or shrine or whatnot. Again, I haven't played Assassin's Creed Shadows, so I have no idea where you'd place it. That says Große Vogelschuika, I believe that's how you pronounce it in German, which translates to large scarecrow. So again, treating a deity statue in Japan as nothing more than a large scarecrow. It says in the Akita Prefecture, Kashima-sama is a type of deity placed by the roadside and is a rare deity that can be found in the central and southern parts of Akita Prefecture. It is a deity statue that is rarely seen in other areas, placed on the borders of villages to ward off disasters such as epidemics. There are currently 3 Kashima-sama, and their bodies made of straw look like they are wearing armor, and they are carrying 2 swords, one large and one small, resembling samurai, so fairly significant. It gets better. See this wall scroll here? This meticulously crafted wall scroll measuring from 70 centimeters by 30 centimeters with the creed of the assassins at its heart in Japanese. Well, there's some problems with this one as well. Translated again from Japanese to English, it says, this is a critique of Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft in general. This scroll is objectively not beautiful, and it's easy to see why. First, the font is beautiful, but it's not Japanese, but Chinese calligraphy style. Moreover, the lines of the font are too thin, and it's not balanced with the image. Also, it is very rare to write in red in Japanese or Chinese. Furthermore, the balance between the image and the text is wrong. To me, this does not seem to have been designed by an Asian person. Rather, it looks like what a Westerner would imagine as an Asian-style hanging scroll. In Western writing systems, characters are often centered, so the design seems to have been influenced by that. It seems Ubisoft has no regard for quality control or authenticity. This isn't even Asian or Japanese. And then he goes through the key points talking about the actual scroll itself. Another Japanese person responds and says, in Japan, the religious and historical idea that the kanji character and color vermilion are related to curses and celebration has been passed down for hundreds of years. And the colors vermilion, red, and crimson are almost always used in writing only for celebrations to express strong emotions or in exaggerated expressions. Those involved with Ubisoft seem to have very little knowledge of this cultural and historical background. Even further now, Shohei Kondo pointed this out earlier on Twitter. It says, what the F is this? This is so ugly. And this is their Sakura Beast from the digital deluxe edition that you can purchase. Well, what is the Sakura Beast? What is the translation for that? It is a red dragon, is the actual translation from Japanese to English. It says Sakura is a holy dragon which protects the southern seas. Sakura is a name of a Japanese submarine. And of course, there's more information about that if you want to look it up for yourself. But of course, Shohei made a video talking about this. I'll let him explain in his own words what he thinks about this as a Japanese person.
What the fuck is this? Sekiryu Beast. Sekiryu, meaning, I guess, red dragon. That's the one worst character design I ever seen. And then, please don't say this is Japan. There's no Japanese aesthetics here. Nothing about Assassin's Creed Shadow is Japan. After that dragon, this looks kinda nice. Nicer, but it's horrible. And it said dragon and dragon. It said dragon and a dragon. And a dragon. It looks like the BB Gundam. Do you know? I like the BB Gundam.
He then goes on to point out that the actual tapestries with dragons on them are also a little controversial as well.
To me, to my eyes, Shin Dynasty. No, not Japan. Like everything looks like a Shin Dynasty, except amount of the fingers. So, little history lesson. So Chinese dragon have 5. Chinese emperor is the only one who can use 5-finger dragon. So this is only one accurate thing. But this is Shin Dynasty. Wait. Making Shin Dynasty flag and making dragon for 3 fingers. Is that kind of message or something? Like a Japan belong to China or something?
So again, this is just one more example of the people working on this game, and these are small details. Look, I get it. At this point, it seems like we're splitting hairs about some of this stuff. But if you are trying to offer an authentic, historically accurate representation of Japan in the time period the game is set in, and you don't even bring on actual historians and Japanese experts to consult on these things, what are you even doing? What authentic representation are you even giving with the historical accuracy attached to, yes, mythical creatures and non-historical characters? I get it. The game is fiction set in a historical time period. Again, make the same arguments for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and any other game similar to that. But you're not even nailing the look of feudal Japan without elements of China popping up all over the place in this game. So I'm going to leave it right here, guys. Let me know what you think about all this, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Alright, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have 2 channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.